néfa grásta agus trócar amhaid. Sin na bríthar dé.
Buchas le dia.
An Psalm. Sé an tír na muire, ní bheith ní de dhíharm. Sé an tír na muire, ní bheith ní de dhíharm. Sé an tír na muire, ní bheith ní de dhíharm. Couldn't sé malíime món ferglas, seolann sé mólán isce mé mar a bhuaim suibhneas. Sé an tír na muire, ní bheith ní de dhíharm. Coiríonn tú bart chun bealach i bhíonn sem an áibhde, ungan tú mo cheann le hála, támach a pán a chur muil. Sé an tír na muire, ní bheith ní de dhíharm. Lantha cináltas is fábhar me, gachuile lágam a híal, I dach an tír na bhaire me, go brach na brethe. Sé an tír na muire, ní bheith ní de dhíharm.
The righteous judge will give me on that day, and not only to me, but to all those who have longed for his appearing. This is the word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God. Is mission an tlí an íorna agus an batha a dear an tíorna. Ground tíorna liv, tá an slachtas an soscéil néfad a réir név Lucas. On that Easter Sunday morning, when the two followers of the Lord drew near to the village to which they were going, Jesus made as if to go on. But the disciples pressed him to stay with them. It is nearly evening, they said, and the day is almost over. So he went in to stay with them. Now, while he was with them at table, he took the bread and said the blessing. Then he broke it and handed it to them. Their eyes were opened and they recognized him, but he had vanished from their sight. Then they said to each other, "Did not our hearts burn within us as he talked to us on the road and explained the scriptures to us?" They set out that instant and returned to Jerusalem. There they found them assembled together with their companions, who said to them, "Yes, it is true, the Lord has risen and has appeared to Simon." Then they told their story of what had happened on the road and how they had recognized him in the breaking of bread. Such Caoimhe. Leisha had given me another gospel that I might read if I hadn't picked one myself. Let not your hearts be troubled. In my Father's house are many rooms, but I chose this one, even though it's not about early this week, but later on in the week. It's a post-resurrection account of happenings around that mysterious time of Holy Week, which we are now celebrating. I've entered into, where you see death, life, body, soul, so many contrasting images standing side by side that you see yourself. And I'm sure the followers of the Lord at the time found themselves in a world that was totally alien to them, being thrown into that world and in some ways trying to make sense of it all. And in saying that, I imagine that since, as I mentioned earlier on, a family and people in Castletown and ex-friends of Caoimhe would have heard of our sickness, you would have been cast into another world as well, with the worry, the concern, the wish for her. I'm sure lighting candles, praying deeply from a place that you mightn't normally go, hoping against hope that she would survive. And in the midst of all of that, observing, being with Caoimhe herself, and being very mindful of how could she be so strong, so brave, so persistent, not just in trying to survive, but more than that, allowing her light to shine and continue to let that light touch the lives of other people during her own most difficult journey. So we come therefore with a mixture of, say, sadness and awe on this day, two mixed together. Sadness for her departure, that sense of awe, just when you stand back and wonder at her and how she was such an amazing person by all accounts. At the little ceremony at the beginning, I normally like to have a baptismal candle lit on an occasion like today. The beginning and the end, that sense of starting out on one's life's journey. And Leisha was reminding me that Caoimhe was baptised here in this church over 40 years ago on Holy Saturday night, which is next Saturday night in the season of, or this time of Holy Week. And the hope, in a sense, with the blessing of water, that you would have life and have it to the full, that you be full of life. And the lighting of the candle from the Easter candle, this will be the last official function of this candle. We light a new one next Saturday night here, please God. That she would find herself through being in community, growing up, Fuisca Kera, that her goodness and her gift would come to the surface through that encounter with you, be nourished by you, she nourishing you as well. And all of you will know yourselves how she was a shining light in her own way, how she would have touched you and made a difference in your own lives through her friendship and her love and her gift. Just came across one comment that was from one of her community in Castletown. You touched and changed the lives of so many people. It's an amazing compliment to be able to have and to be able to sort of be responsible for. So the coming in sadness, the reading, the gospel passage, as I said, it's a type of mystery reading in itself. It's that sense when Christ had died after suffering greatly as well. That two of his friends were walking along the road very sad, and he mysteriously comes and walks with them. They don't recognize him. And it's only when they invited him in for a bite to eat, and he took bread and broke it, and then disappeared, that it was then that the penny dropped.